Hello everyone. In this video, we will go through VNet configuration. We're gonna set up a VNet, and then we're gonna launch a Windows machine and Linux machine. And we also gonna cover virtual cards and public IP address. And we're gonna create storage account by using our VNet. Okay. Let's start by creating a resource group now. So let's create a resource group. Okay, I'm gonna call it yes. Okay, our resource group is created. Now let's go and create our VNet. So for VNet, we need to go through virtual network here. You can even search it from the top as well. So if you type VNet, it will come up. VNet will come up like this. Okay, now let's create our VNet. Okay, we already created the resource group. You can use the same one. I'm gonna call this one my V. So VNet stands for virtual network. Okay, let's go next. Okay, we're gonna delete the IP addresses which is already mentioned there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna define our own one. So we're gonna go with this IP address 16, and then we're gonna define our subnet. I'm gonna call it my subnet, and then the range of the subnet should be in the same range of our IP address. So 0/24, and we can have 251 IP addresses in there. The rest we're gonna leave as it is. Click OK. You can see it's being populated. And now let's just give it a few seconds. It should be created. Okay, always try to keep an eye on the here that you have to click create. It happens few times when I was trying to create something and I thought it's being created until unless you didn't hit create and don't see this notification. It means the process has not been started. Okay, seems like our VNet is almost ready. So VNet is created. So let's create a storage account here using the VNet. We won't gonna use anything for storage account for now, but to show you guys that we can use it. So I'm gonna call it storage. Make sure you use a unique name, and if it will not let you, and if you go advanced under the networking public endpoint, you keep the subscription the same, and then if you hit VNet, it will pick up the address automatically. And then let's see. Like I said, we will not use this storage group. Just to create it. But we can do a test about the storage group later on. We will upload something in this storage group in the blog, and then we will try to access it. Because you can't able to access this from public network now because we have defined our own network, and that network is local. Okay, it's gonna wait for it to get deployed. We'll show you what we mean by unable to access it through public. Just wait for it to complete. You need to be patient because it can take some time. Okay, seems like almost there. Okay, so that's created. Now let's quickly create a log here. I'm gonna call it my file. positive this on, and I'm gonna make it public and click here, and now let's make it scholarship. This is our storage. This is our container. This is our locker. There is another recipe file because we did not make it public. That's why it's not letting us to create. So what we can do, let's go to properties and see if we can able to change it from here. Okay, so what we can do, we can change it from change access level from here to private level. Okay, let's click now. It's not letting us create now. Okay, now let's try to go to our storage account again. And let's create another container. We did try to change it. Yeah, access is private now. Okay. Okay, it's doing something. We will come back to this. Let's go and do our. We've done this. Let's create our virtual machine. So we're gonna do Windows machine first. So our resource group, we're gonna call it VM1, and we're gonna keep the rest settings same. Gonna use data center machine, and yep, these are all good. Desktop, and then software. Make sure it meets the complexity which is required, and then I will enable the HTTP as well. You should not need it, but just if you have to do some testing, and then click, and then next. We'll leave the setting like this here, and next. So this is where we need to be focusing on. Since we already had a virtual network in the same region, same resource, that's why I just picked up. We will leave it like that. Public IP address as well, basic, and I think let's go to my message settings. That's fine, and we usually disable this one. We don't need this feature for now, and let's create. So we will wait for it to get created. Validation seems to be passed now, but let's wait for it to give us the option to create. Yep, let's hit create. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into this machine once it's ready through RDP, and then we're gonna disable the network card. And then once the network card is disabled, we will lose the connection. Then there is no way we can go into the machine. So what we're gonna do next, then we're gonna stop the machine, and we will create a new network interface card, which is called NIC, and then associate the IP at the public IP address to that, and then try to access it. So let's wait for this one to finish, and then we'll follow the steps. Okay, that was a bit quick, expecting that, but let's grab this RDP into this machine. Okay, okay, so let's wait for it to log in. We're gonna go slow and step by step because there are few things which need to be carefully looked at. So this is our public IP address. This is our private IP address. Okay, we are getting in now. Yes, just open the setting. Go to our internet, and we're gonna disable this one. Once we disable it, we're gonna lose the connectivity. So we will lose the connectivity just now. See, we can't able to use this audit anymore since it's been removed. And then let's stop this VM. You can see now trying to access, but since there's no IP, public IP address, it won't be able to. Okay, we're gonna wait for our VM to stop first. Okay, machine has been stopped. Now let's go to virtual interface card there. So this is the one which we had connected to the machine, which is disabled from the machine inside. So the whole purpose of this thing is that we need to connect another external NIC card. So I'm gonna call it external NIC, and then we're gonna use same region. This is our virtual network. Subnet is picked up already because there's only one in the region. Okay, you need to be careful with this network security group. Make sure you select the one which is already there. You can create a new one, but if it's there, there is no point creating a new one, and nothing needs to be changed here. Resource group, name of the NIC card, virtual network, subnet, and we keep it dynamic here, and network security group, and hit create. So let's create now. Okay, our NIC card seems to be created now. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is to go and find the public IP address or create a public IP address. So this is the public IP address service underneath. Okay, we're gonna use IP version 4 SKU. We're gonna use basic standard. We use it for load balancing since we just creating IP address. So I'm gonna call it my IP address. We're gonna use it dynamic. We don't have to mention. Let me go to here to make sure you can see all the settings. Don't have to define this. DNS label, free trial, source group. We need to select the one which is already here, and then location is here, and that's pretty much it. Let's create. So deployment is still in process. Okay, so our public IP address is created now. Now we need to associate this public IP address to our NIC card. If you click on associate, we're not doing load balancing at the moment, so it's a network interference which we need, and then select the name. If you remember, we named it external NIC and click OK. So we created a NIC card, we created the IP address, public IP address, and we associate the public IP address to our NIC card. Now we need to associate the NIC card to our virtual machine now. It's very straightforward. If you go back to your virtual machine and go to network networking. Another networking, you can see the options here. Attach a network interface. So once you click, it will automatically come up because that's the only one. Click OK. This is the one which is already there. We don't need this one, so we're probably gonna detach it. It's good to detach it. You can see there are two NIC cards. So I'm gonna select this one. I'm gonna detach it. Yep. Okay, that's detached. Now let's go back to our VM again, and it was stopped. And let's start our machine again, our virtual machine VM again. You're gonna see it will assign a public IP address once it's up. So should not take that long. Okay, perfect. As you can see, the public IP address is there, and we have successfully added new NIC card. So now to test it, let's go to our what they call it, RDP, sorry, Control V, and yes, perfect. We are in now using a different NIC card or external NIC card, you can say. Okay, now the second thing which we mentioned gonna try, we're gonna create another virtual machine, but this time it will be Ubuntu in the same region, same resource group. We're gonna call it Linux, and we're gonna use Ubuntu 18, same region, and we're gonna use password instead of the. Okay, that's done, and then I'm gonna enable these options as well, just in case it has some test. And if I go next, in the disk section, we're not gonna do anything. Now let's go to networking. Okay, you can see it's picked up the virtual network and subnet. Okay, in here where it says public IP address, I don't want to give you a public IP address because I want it to access it within the network, and I will show you how we can do it. And that's pretty much it. And I'm just gonna disable it. Let me make sure that we can get no. And let's wait for it to create. Let me do anything. And we are in on our machine. You can see it gave a different name, Ethernet 3. So there's an external NIC card which we have attached. Okay, we're gonna wait for this Linux machine to come up. Okay, that's being deployed now. Let's go and look for the IP address. So there's no public IP address for this machine, but this machine is on the same subnet as our Windows machine. So how we can access it? If I go back to my Windows machine, since they are on the same network, it should able to access it. So what I will suggest you to install Putty. I think I have it on a machine. No, let's quickly install Putty. We can use different software, but Putty is straightforward to use. Okay, and I'm going to say install to download Putty. Did I use Google? But that should be right. Hmm. Okay, is it official website? Yes, let's go to Google. Okay. Yep, that's Putty's official website. Try to download stuff from the official website because it's always better. And when you get ready to try to download and at the same time here. It's a very small software, should not take too long. Okay, so that's done. Keep me fine. And if I go to new and launch Putty here. Okay, now this is on the same network with this machine. So the IP address is 10.1.1.6, which is internal IP address. Subnet 1.1.1.6. Okay, accept, perfect, and we call it Linux if I remember, and the password. Okay, I will give you. No, it did not take it. Let's double check. Okay, so you might have put the wrong username. So if I go to JSON view, yeah, so this is where I can see what username I have used. Yeah, see, I used the username desktop. So this is a very good thing. It's good that it came up, so you can even troubleshoot it if you want. You can't able to see the name anywhere here, what name you have used. So if you click on a JSON view here on the right side, and then you can go through the configuration if you have used. If I go back and close it, and then try go to Putty again. Okay, Putty. There are other installers as well, but you use the one which you need to use. So it should be Putty only. So it was 10.1.1.6, and it was desktop is our username and the password which we were using. Here we go, we are in. So that's done. And now let's install something on this Linux box so we can verify that it's working. So what I will do this time, I will try to install the Apache server. So let's choose sudo python and then is update to get update. So, so, actually, I'm just going to use flag yes. You don't have to type yes in there. Okay, once is done. If you remember, the IP address of this one is, yep, IP address was 10.1.1.6. Here we go. You got Apache server running internally. Okay, I hope this lecture has helped you to understand a few bits about VNet, and I will see you in another lecture. Thanks for watching.